Yes, people, welcome back once again to Family Ties with the Bros. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Every Wednesday, just make sure you're catching us there. But guys,
wait, tell them to leave a like right now.
Okay, cool. If you are enjoying it, please leave a like. Give us a good rating, an honest rating, but a good rating.
5 stars.
And yeah, I hope you're still enjoying it. Keep enjoying it, and we'll keep bringing the brotherly vibes.
So you just have 5 stars. And one quick thing, yeah, my Uber Eats drivers always be telling me to give them 5 stars. You get that?
Yeah, I get that.
Sometimes they don't want to come up to the door, and then when they get to the door, they start asking me for 5 stars.
Tobes is on a run again.
I had to argue with you to get you up to the door. And I said, deliver to my door. I didn't say meet downstairs at the gate. Nah, I'm playing. Yeah, go on, mate.
Yeah, no. How have you guys been? What's new? What's happening?
Been okay, busy, working, filming, never stops. Do you feel like you have weekends? Weekends don't exist.
No, weekends have not existed for me for the past
you as
11
well?
years.
It feels weird. The only way I mark my weekends is, okay, I'd go church on a Sunday. If that makes
What's that Skepta bar? I used to look forward to the weekend. Now every day is like Saturday. What song's that?
I know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, every day feels like Monday.
Monday. Ugh, that's dark. No, every day just feels like a day. But I feel like...
Yeah, every day feels like a day.
Yeah.
like a day in the middle of the week.
Wait,
like a
another
Tuesday.
thing. Do you...
I can't keep track of the date.
I don't keep track of dates. I keep track of days. So I know next Wednesday I'm doing this. But I don't know what
never
date
know
next
the
Wednesday
date.
is.
That's one thing that I miss about being in school and like the education system, because every class, every bit of work you do, you write your name and your date, your name and the date at the top of the paper, so you know what day
But
it
we
is.
have it here. But we just
To be fair though,
like,
because I keep a
switch it on the phone.
diary.
No, but you were writing it
easier.
out. Writing information is like processing it twice.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking about it and then you're writing it, and 3 times you're thinking about it, you're writing it, and then you're reading it.
Yeah.
So it stays more. Whereas if I look at my phone, I'm reading it and I put it away and I'm not
Wait,
registering
did you
it.
guys ever get, you used to get in trouble for not writing the date on your work?
Yeah,
at
that
school
was
and not
But
underlining
it's
it and
it's
stuff like
structure
that.
and discipline.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, you've
It's
not
structure
underlined
and
the date.
discipline, but
Come
it's
and underline this.
It's also organization.
Lock
Not
in.
underlining. I'm not fussed about underlining, but
No, but
actually
that's what I
writing
used
the date. It's also organization, so I know when this piece of work was.
No, yeah, I
done.
get that, but like, oh, you've not underlined the title, you've not underlined the date.
Hey, heal.
Sorry.
Yeah, let
Ew.
it go, man.
I just remembered it. I was
Ew.
thinking
Let
like,
it go, bro.
thinking about it now, underlining the date is actually not that big a
Let it
deal.
go,
There's
bro.
a line on the paper.
Tranquilo.
Let it go,
Sorry.
bro.
Mano.
Crazy.
Calma.
Calma.
Yeah.
What's been new for you?
Yeah, still going with this challenge, strong. I can't lie, it's getting tough, but I've started going to a proper gym again.
Well, something outside of the
running on
challenge, you know
treadmill.
you're doing that.
Bro, the thing is, actually, I do
Bro's
have
made
news
it
for
his whole
you.
personality.
Nah, it's because now that I'm not like really, like it's off season, innit? But I'm not going on holiday, so there's not really anything I'm doing but this
Working
challenge
hard,
and like,
locking in, mate.
being locked in. Everyone lock in. But other than that, to be fair, still leading my Bible study group, which is really cool.
That's nice. Little pasta.
Little tagliatelle.
It's just how Ghanaians say it. Shout out.
Pasta.
Nah, don't let the Ghanaian start current.
I'm sorry.
We're sorry.
No, yeah, that's really cool. We're actually studying the book of Daniel, or we're finishing the book of Daniel. The Bible's really interesting, by the way, guys. I recommend that you read it. It's actually so...
Bro, you haven't finished one thing
No,
yet.
sorry,
I'm
because
trying to gauge you.
My thoughts are just like, it's just racing.
Yeah, calm down.
Yeah,
So we're reading Daniel, and it's actually really, really interesting right now.
Por qué?
Why? I don't want to spoil it, but there's just like so many stories in the Bible where you can see like just how God like makes things come together, and it's just like, yeah, it's amazing. So that's really interesting. It's also made me think about my dreams differently, because
What
I actually
dreams?
dream a lot.
Or the dreams that you actually have.
Yeah, like at night, the dreams I have, because sometimes you have like weird dreams where it's like you're back in secondary school or something random. Like
All the
that.
time.
All
Why?
the time,
Why am I
right?
always going back to secondary school in my dreams?
Bro,
Life
I
is a
literally
lesson.
had one just last night, and I'm thinking, what am I doing here?
So what's the reason? I'm going to ask ChatGPT.
What was the reason?
I don't know, but it's, to be fair, Mum was saying, from like an African superstition type things, like, going back, you never want to go back in life, like you don't want to have those dreams. I was just like,
Mom.
come on, like you never know what it is. Like, maybe God's telling me to go work in my secondary school, I don't know. But yeah, it's made me think about my dreams differently, because I used to think a lot of the dreams I had were just like weird, other than like football dreams, just like, okay, I could play here and blah, blah, blah. I used to think they were really, really weird. But then reading Daniel, I'm thinking like, I can't lie, a lot of the dreams I'm seeing here are weird dreams. If if I had that dream, I wouldn't understand it, but it clearly meant something then. So maybe my dreams mean something now. You know?
Okay, I've got something for you here. Dreaming about secondary school, especially repeatedly, is very common and often tied to your subconscious processing emotions, memories, or unresolved feelings.
Damn.
Here are a few likely reasons you might be returning to that setting in your dream. One is a symbol of growth or pressure. Another is unresolved emotions. Your brain using familiar architecture, current life parallels, and also a call for reflection. There's a bit more breakdown, but I don't want to go into it too much.
So for me, I think it's the growth thing and the pressure thing.
The growth and pressure, it says performance anxiety or fear of judgment, moments of feeling unprepared or under scrutiny, a desire to prove yourself or revisit who you were versus who you
I think
are.
we know which one it is.
This is me all over. It's also the architecture thing as well, because a lot of the time when I'm back in secondary school, I'm not with like people I was with, like,
But it's just the surroundings of
yeah, and it's like, for example, one dream I had, my church was in my primary school, and I'm thinking like,
I hate dreams like that.
well, what does that mean?
Why?
It's like in Demon Slayer when you go when he clicks the little
Oh,
thing and the whole room's just different.
Infinity Castle.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
I can't wait to watch that movie, man.
I need to rewatch anyway and catch up.
But yeah, other than that, Tribe, my brand, clothing brand, finally.
You have a clothing brand.
that is.
Why don't you
the
tell us
most
more about it?
Shameless plug.
But no,
It was
I'm
lazy as well.
No, I'm not trying to plug anything.
See,
You asked
two
me what
kinds
was
of
going on.
people. I gave him the opportunity to
I'm
put
still giving him the
himself on.
opportunity.
You
No,
said,
but
shame,
hold
shame,
No,
shame.
it's the
Shame.
way he did it. Was like,
No, I wasn't trying to plug anything. You asked me what's been going on, so I'm telling you that I've finally like sorted
Right.
out the
Check it
next
out.
sort of like sample and stuff. When it's out, you guys can see it. I'm not trying to plug anything right now because there's not really anything to show right now, you know. But like, there's progress being made. Let's put it that way. So pretty soon I'm gonna have stuff to show you, and then I can plug it.
Bro.
You happy?
I'm happy, but you're rambling.
Bro,
Okay, what about you?
don't
What's
ask
your-
me about my week,
Okay.
mate.
I'm sorry, guys.
Alright,
I'm a
no,
bit.
no, let's hear it.
I'll
Go
be
on.
honest. I'm a bit on edge.
Ah, because you've been doing
I'm a bit on edge. It's my birthday.
It was your birthday.
Yeah, 29.
How'd you feel?
I'm very, very feeling.
I am very feel.
No, I just. Do you know what it is with birthdays? I've never really like.
You're not a birthday guy.
I'm not a birthday guy like
Yeah,
that.
same,
So
mate.
I don't know how to celebrate it. But the only thing I do, I thank God for a new year and the fact that
Same,
I've
man.
seen multiple years or whatever.
Are you the type of person that is like, oh man, I'm getting older, like,
Yeah.
I was.
but
Then I
why?
had kids.
Oh.
And then they added 5 years to each one is 5 years. So basically, I am 39. No, genuinely, like,
I mean-
it ages you, bro. So, like, basically,
mean-
now I'm at the point where my age is irrelevant to me because I have kids.
Okay.
That's
But your
the
age
oldest
should have
thing.
been your age should have been irrelevant to you anyway, because I feel like a lot of people go, oh, I'm getting older, and I'm guilty of doing it too. So I'm not pointing the finger, but it's like you have to switch your perspective on it,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of people that don't live to see that age
Yes.
and wish,
Damn,
you know,
when you
their
put it like
families
that.
wish they could be there.
Yeah.
You have to show some gratitude that you
Yeah.
made it. This
Yeah,
far.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I am grateful for making it this far, but also, like, there's multiple things that come with aging because as I'm aging, everyone else around me is aging, parents are aging, families.
Yeah, that jars me.
That's
Yeah,
a
that
scary
stresses me
thing as
out.
well. So sometimes if I could stay this age for the rest of my life and just keep it here, like, I'd be calm.
Yeah, lock it in, man.
You get what I'm
We're
saying?
chilling
But
at 29.
It doesn't really roll like that. But yeah.
The one thing I do hate about aging is I don't like when I know I used to be able to do something and I
And now you
can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I strongly dislike that, and that's why I'm going to start taking proper care of my body.
Yeah.
Willing.
So, and also it's Malachi's birthday as well.
Jeez, little
Malachi
Mally.
turned 4. Do you see what I'm saying? I turned 29, he's turned 4. You know, why is he not 3 anymore?
Because time.
No, that's what I'm saying.
but like
Like,
what?
just like he's gonna be going to
went to
school
school,
soon.
mate.
Yeah, no,
he needs to
gonna
stop
be going
giving me
school soon.
attitude, though. I'm tired of it, man. I'm always nice to him.
Yeah,
I've never been mean to him.
yeah.
Malachi.
I
picks
don't know
and
where he
chooses
gets it
with
from,
me.
to be honest.
Do you know? I think Makai's really starting to love me now.
You don't know where he gets attitude from.
Mum, his mum.
Oh, not you.
Yes,
Not you.
not me. I don't have attitude.
Sure.
He's actually a lot like you though,
Who?
Malachi.
Yeah, I know. That's why I can't get mad at him.
So then it is from you.
No, but it's in certain things he's stubborn. But I don't have. It's being stubborn and having attitude is not the same.
Do you know what he's like, Manny, with when it comes to his eating? Oh my gosh. Do you know how bad you used to be with stuff like that?
Yeah, but yeah, because like if you tell me, I told you this, I'm honest as well. If you tell me to do something and I don't want to do it, or I don't like the tone you've told me to do it.
What was
I'm
it we
not
said
doing
Dad
it.
used to say again? One day your children will.
One day you'll be parents.
One day you'll all be parents.
Yeah, Dad, you said one day you will be parents, and now I'm there like,
Yikes.
yeah, I got to charge it.
Yeah,
Sometimes
I wasn't
Do you
eating
know-
when
do you
Dad
know-
tried to feed me, so now
do you know what
Malachi's not
Malachi
eating when
will
I'm trying
do?
to feed him.
It's something as simple as this, yeah. There's a drink there. I say, Malachi, there's nothing left in it. Don't drink it. He drinks it, backs it, yeah, and turns to me, just stares at me, doesn't say anything, as if there's still drink in there.
Define.
You know, yeah, that. And I just looked at, I had to laugh because I was like, that's something I would do. He literally backed the drink,
his head.
turned,
Nah. I'll
and
smack
looked
his
at
head.
me.
I can't
Nah,
lie.
I promise you.
Little upside the head. I can't lie.
Yeah, nah.
Who do you think you are? The Spider-Man toys are
me.
gone. No
Bro, that's what
sharks
he
for
said
you.
to me one time. I can't remember what we were doing in the living room, right? And then I must have just like picked something up. I was doing something with it. He just looked at me and was like, "You right?" And I was like, "Excuse me?" He was like, "You right?
Yeah,
You
the
right?"
way they pick up
And I was
phrases
like,
and start
wait a
applying
This
it.
minute.
tonality and
Scary.
knowing how to like.
I was thinking, there's no
scary.
way. I said, Malachi, you know I'm your uncle. It was like, "You're right."
Yeah.
As if like, what's wrong with you? I'm thinking, nah, bro, you were 3 years old at this point.
No,
Why
but
are you
isn't it
talking to me like
strange how kids pick that stuff up, though?
No, but it's the way he talks.
And they
like,
apply it correctly.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
they use the correct context.
it's something like he'll have something in his hands, yeah. I'll be like, oh, like helping him get down the stairs or whatever. So his hands be full. I'll be like, take it then. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
who are you talking to about take it then? You look like take it then. Nah, he's a funny guy.
Oh my god,
a character,
that is
man.
actually hilarious.
Yeah.
Micaiah makes me laugh though.
Micaiah's
Micaiah's
really
just
funny.
on go 24/7.
No, Micaiah is on like, yeah, bro. That
Yeah.
guy is trying to be Big Brother.
Yeah, bro.
Like he will randomly just on site. I don't know what they always say with the second child. They just move mad. So like he is.
They got a point
so
to prove, man.
aggressive, like towards Malachi, but they love
Bro.
each other. It's like Tom and Jerry. It's
He's not
literally
just
like watching
aggressive
Tom and
towards-
Jerry.
He headbutted me when I was on FaceTime to someone.
And do you know he curved his fist to me and just hit me.
What?
Yeah, I promise you, standing just curved his fist to me, almost as if he wanted to try it out and see what happened.
And then you didn't give him a little upside the head. Got one of these ones.
Bro, he's just experimenting and it's just yeah, nah. It's
Give him the Michael
incredible.
Kyle slap that.
the junior.
Right on the
look over
hook.
there. Look over there. Yeah, no, right. Yeah, they're both strong characters, and I think it's very good.
Just
to see.
like their
But
parents, eh?
It shows a healthy environment when they're like that, you know.
Okay, so we've been talking about traveling a lot, and obviously I'm not traveling. You guys said you're not really traveling, but I think it would be a good idea to get a geography quiz in.
Boo.
See, I know
neat.
you'll be
got an
down.
A,
I know
I
you'll be
got a
down for
D.
it.
Neat.
You got a D in geography.
Yeah, I didn't revise though. I didn't revise.
You know they predicted me a D in geography. You remember?
Yeah,
My geography teacher
I
called
think
up
I
mum
did
and dad.
foundation because my
Bro,
course
they
was
didn't let
bad.
me
My
do
geography
geography.
teacher called home and told my parents I'm
I know, I
predicted
picked
a
up the
D,
phone.
and I'm slacking. You answered the
picked up
phone.
the
Yeah, I picked up the phone. He called me first. He was like,
And
yeah, I was
then-
talking about Tobi's grades. I was like, oh really? Oh really, Mom?
And I showed him. I got A. I went stuck that A in his face on the D. Yeah.
Bro, my geography teacher did not let me take it for parents' evening. He was like, "Yeah, listen,
No, I mean this is your opportunity.
this is Mrs. Brown. I'm not gonna let your son
I
take
said,
this.
this is
subject."
why you keep dreaming about.
And I'm
about
thinking,
secondary school.
No,
Because he has
man.
unresolved. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Heal.
First of all, he's
Listen,
saying
result- no,
he's
stop talking,
saying
listen.
it. He's saying it like I wanted to take geography in the first place.
It's okay.
Why on earth would I do that for GCSE?
Well, why are you making us do a geography quiz now?
Está bien.
No, but the thing is that if we're talking countries and flags and stuff, cool, I love that stuff. But if you're saying about
That's
the meander of a
It's okay.
flipping river and stuff like that,
Hey, calma.
yeah.
First question: what is the largest desert in the world? Your options are A. Sahara, B. Arabian, C. Gobi, D. Antarctic.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go for
I'm gonna go for A.
B. I just wanted to go for B because I wanted to be different to you.
The answer is D.
Flip.
You see that one?
How does that even?
I got an A.
How does that even work? Okay, Mount Kilimanjaro is located in Kenya.
don't know
True
that.
or
Oh my
false?
gosh.
I know
don't
this,
know where Kilimanjaro is.
so I'm gonna say false,
I'm gonna say false.
and I'll tell you where it is
Sounds like
located
it's
before
false.
it comes
Go on
up on the screen.
False.
Tanzania.
All right, 1-1-0.
I should have taken geography. Which of these countries has the most official languages? A.
Oh.
Switzerland, B. South Africa, C. India, and D. Canada.
Oh, official language.
This is gonna be
I
tough.
am going.
This is
to
gonna be
go
tough.
Canada,
for
I've got two.
C.
I think it could be C. In my mind, it should be A, but just off what I know, it could
The answer
potentially be
is
C.
B, South Africa.
Oh, what?
South Africa.
So what
South
languages?
They just got bare.
I'm trying to think though.
Bare.
Oh, they wouldn't they?
They got so many.
Oh my gosh. All right. Name the smallest country in the world by area.
Right, this one is a little bit Tekarati.
So I've got two in mind.
There's two. There's like we can go for.
What are you saying?
Bro, say what you're gonna say.
Vatican.
You can go for Vatican City.
You can go for. Are you gonna say Monaco?
Yeah.
We can also go for
Springfield.
Liechtenstein, but I don't know about.
By area, I'm gonna go Vatican City.
I think it should be Vatican City. Let's see if we're on. Hey, come on. This guy didn't even know that it existed. He thought it was just a city.
What are you talking about, bro? I told you I wasn't paying attention.
Cool. Go on then.
Which continent has the most countries? A, Europe. B, Asia. C, Africa. D, South America.
Okay, so I can tell you for free, it's not South America.
How many countries in South America?
I don't actually know, but because I know a lot of them, I just know it's not that one.
Okay, how many countries in Africa?
It is either.
If you get it right, I'll give you a $5.
It's either Africa or.
No, answer how many countries in Africa?
How many countries in Africa?
Manny?
I don't know.
Make it
I can't remember. Is it like 53, 58, something like that?
It's in between the answers that he said. Make an educated guess.
55. 54, isn't it?
54.
See, so I was on the right tracks. Okay.
Africa, C.
No.
Europe has about 41 or 42.
I don't think it's
this?
Asia.
You're right. Don't take
I
me
don't
on the
think
game.
it's Asia. I don't think it's Asia.
Yeah, don't take me on the game.
I think
Europe
it
has
should
41
be
or 2.
Africa.
I think it's Africa.
It could be Asia, but it should be Africa.
Asia might have 56 though.
Nah, where though? Go on. Yeah, Africa.
Yeah, we got it right.
54.
The equator passes through Brazil. Manny, true or false?
I think that's false.
You think it's false? Wait.
I can't
Let me
remember
picture.
what the
I
equator
think.
passes through though.
I think it's true.
Why are you closing
there
your
you go.
eyes? Like
Well
I'm
done.
Imagining the map.
Answer from somewhere.
Well done.
No,
You
I'm imagining the map because it goes through. Or actually, it
Bro,
doesn't
I
go
haven't
through-
looked at one.
It
of
doesn't
them
go through
globe things
Equatorial Guinea,
for
but it goes through
years.
like that side of West
Okay,
Africa.
okay.
So
What? The equator doesn't go through Equatorial Guinea?
no, can you imagine? Crazy.
Oh no! How?
It's called Equatorial Guinea.
bro.
How?
That
All right, Manny, what's the capital of New Zealand?
I don't know.
It begins with an A.
I genuinely don't
Judge,
know.
you know it?
Auckland.
Auckland.
Oh,
I'll give him that one, you know. He
It's
answered
not-
quick enough.
It came to my mind after.
It's not even Auckland.
Baited.
I hate it.
Also, I need to
That's why
check
didn't
now
take
if it
geography,
actually
bro.
does go through Equatorial Guinea. But
Yeah, let's do FIFA questions.
Yeah, FIFA questions
what
on
rating
foot.
was Christian Vieri on FIFA 14?
14.
Look at him.
All right, last one. Which,
Which
ocean is the deepest? Your options are Atlantic, Indian, Southern, and Pacific.
I'm gonna go D.
I'm gonna go the deepest.
I'm just guessing. An
I don't
uneducated
think it really matters. So I'm gonna go B.
Ha! Got one right.
Oh, there we
I
go.
actually should have just listened.
Okay, Manny.
Time.
Time is up. Stand up.
Do you want me to actually stand up?
No.
Okay.
Stand up time.
My wife asked me to stop singing Wonderwall. So I told her, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, delivery is.
No,
Bro,
chill.
you have to time it
My wife
right.
asked-
Chill.
My wife asked me.
Just
Hear
you
this,
stop.
hear
You
this,
stop
hear
for a
this. My
second.
wife asked me to stop singing Wonderwall. You know what I said?
What?
Maybe.
Chill.
That's how you
chill.
deliver it,
said,
bro. You watch like
okay.
Matt Rife and stuff like this.
Okay.
I even delivered that bad. I should have gone. I said maybe.
When does a dad joke become a dad joke?
I don't know, Manny. When does a dad joke become a dad joke?
When it becomes apparent.
That is
That
terrible.
is good.
That is terrible.
Okay.
That's one of those jokes that's better in written form.
Yes, because you can see. The
Yeah.
parent
Okay.
looks like
Nice.
a parent.
Just digest the joke. Okay.
You need to know your audience, man. That's half a stand
Yeah,
up.
I've got a tough crowd.
us
mate.
something
Half
that
a
will make
stand-up
us
crowd,
laugh.
first of
No,
all.
we're here for you, bro. We're here to support you, my friend.
Okay.
Go, man.
What happens if you see a burglary at an Apple store?
I don't know what happens.
you become an eyewitness.
You flopped it. Slow down. Calma. Tranquilo.
Okay.
Okay.
The thing is, that would actually have been a good
That would
one.
have been a good one.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. It's because I
Pressure.
it's my first show, man. I
You
find
should have
it funny
even
myself.
switched that up yourself.
Okay.
Like, there's a other day, man. I saw a guy rob a phone at the Apple store.
Bro, this is my show.
Guess that makes
This is
me
my show.
an
Boo.
eyewitness.
Throw tomatoes at him.
Okay, last one for the warm up. Why did Waldo go to therapy?
You mean Wally?
Waldo, Wally.
Why did Wally go to therapy? I don't know. Why did Wally go to therapy? So he could
Because-
find himself?
Yeah, because he needed to find himself.
There were only so many like possible answers for that.
Okay. Right.
So where's the actual stand-up?
Ready for it?
Oh,
cool.
okay, cool. Yeah, you got
it's
something.
a little
Okay, I'm
warm-up,
excited.
okay. Right.
We apologize in advance.
This is about to be very, very dark.
It's not gonna be dark.
Is there dark humor in it?
Okay. No,
Oh,
not necessarily. I mean, it depends on which story you want to hear.
okay.
These
Run
are
it.
personal experiences, right?
Okay.
Okay. Well, when I first met my wife, right,
Mm.
she was obviously new to Christianity, learning about God and stuff. So I was trying to teach her the ways and whatever. And in the build up to our wedding, we went to go and see some churches, right?
Marriage
So-
counselling.
No,
Oh, just to see
just
churches.
see some
Okay,
churches
cool.
for like potential wedding venues and stuff. So we go to this church now, and it comes to communion time. So obviously for communion, you know, you put your hands together, you know, get ready to take the bread and the wine, you know, not actual wine, usually grape juice, right?
Mm.
So we're walking up there and she's behind me and she's sort of nudging me going, oh, like, what's going on? Like, what do I do now? So I'm there, I'm just like, just cup your hands and follow me sort of thing. So we're walking up now. I get to the priest and he gives me the bread. I put it in my hand and I eat it. Then I take the wine, drink it. I go off, you know, sign the cross and walk away.
All of that.
So then after now, church finishes, we get into the car and I'm like, oh, like, how did you find that? What was it like? And she goes to me, wait, quickly, what did you do with your bread? And I said, I ate
Asking
it.
about your money.
No, not money.
Oh.
Like, what did I do with the bread they gave me? I said, I ate it. I said, what did you do with yours? She pulls it out of her pocket. She pulls it out of her pocket. She's like, I put it in my pocket. I said, no, you're meant to eat it. You don't get that? Not funny?
Because she
that
put the
funny?
bread in her pocket.
Is that, yeah, she put the bread in her pocket.
Like the money in her pocket.
No, not money. The
thing is-
it's actual bread.
So what are you
get
doing
the
here? Are you
story.
just telling me a story?
I'm
that's
telling you a
happened?
story that is funny.
That's not
That's
what
not
stand-up is.
bro.
That is
And
funny.
the thing is, no, it's a
No,
funny
guys,
story.
guys, it's a
I've heard
funny
it
story,
before.
but that's not what
One.
stand-up is. And I've
Two, it's
heard
not
it
stand-up.
Oh, you've heard it before?
You've
Yeah.
told us before.
Okay, I got another one for you.
Ah, get him off. Get him off.
No, wait, I got another one for you. All right, cool.
Like I said, we apologize.
Obviously, you guys for the crowd, it's not your, do you know what I mean? All right, so
Yeah, you know, we'll ask everyone at home if they
Can I
laugh.
just tell you, like stand-up is like, day
Oh,
to you. Wow.
Happy birthday to you. It won't fit his head. Happy birthday, dear Manny.
thanks, guys.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm 9 years old today, guys.
You're old. Oh yeah, I got a hat as well.
Blow out those candles. COVID.
But he's forgotten.
Oh, great. All
Yeah,
your
we
spits on it
can't eat
now.
that cake.
I didn't spit on it,
You
guys.
did. You literally just did. What did you wish for?
I don't make wishes. I make things happen.
Yeah.
Alright, but did you say a prayer though?
Hey, put that on a birthday card.
Huh?
No, but did you say a prayer?
I always pray, man.
So what can I?
I'm gonna tell mom.
You can't eat the cake. You can't
What?
eat it.
You can't eat the
What,
cake.
so
You
you
just-
guys didn't think that's a
just
funny
spat on-
story?
No, wrap it up. Wrap it up.
They tell stories,
So, Manny, no, Manny.
Wrap
let me
it
tell
up,
you.
wrap it up.
Stand up is like a lot of the time is true stories that have been
Exaggerated,
altered,
Yeah, like
to include
hyperbolized.
humor. Yeah, or hyperbolized.
Oh, so, but maybe if you guys didn't hear that, would that have been funny?
No, because it wasn't really a joke.
It would have been
It
a
was
bit
like
of a shock.
you guys?
it was like this is what happened.
She put bread in her pocket.
See,
So she didn't eat it. You're meant to eat it.
so Manny, what? So
There's no delivery
I
in the
would have
joke.
made a
You just
joke
told
where
a
I
story.
called her like, I would have said. I'd have made a joke where I said, oh, she's taking my money again or something, or she's a gold
That-
digger or
that would have
something
made it
like that.
stand up.
That would have made it stand up. Do you get what I'm saying? But you just told a story.
Well, there you go. I'll work on it, guys.
Please do.
the bread was in the pocket. Oh, it's no change from the usual. Just something like that. Just
That's proper stand up. The thing is, you know how stand up goes because you've watched comedians.
I don't know.
You said me
but
stuff.
most of the
let's
stuff
give him one
they
more
do now
chance.
is like crowd
No,
work, right?
I don't want
Let's
to.
give him
'cause
one
it's
more
gonna be
chance.
such-
Let's give him one more chance. This was meant to be 30 seconds, by the way. He took 30 seconds to tell me you went to communion.
Lo siento.
Una más.
Anything funny here is your Spanish, mate.
So now what? But I just had another story.
So what's the stand-up?
I just thought that the
Okay,
story.
tell me the
Nah.
story. You know, tell us the story, and we'll see if we can flip it into stand-up for you, and then you can go and deliver it to mum and
Someone
dad.
else.
Yeah.
When I was younger. No, let me start again. Wait, chill. No, chill.
Imagine you're on a stand-up stage.
Chill.
All right, guys. So when I was younger, wait, hold on. Reset.
wait, I'm
Pause.
just thinking, I'm
Everyone,
learning.
put your drinks down.
Oh my
I'm telling
God.
you now, Rotten Tomatoes are loaded.
Okay, chill now. All right, cool. No, I don't want to tell a rude one though. Okay, cool.
Tell a rude one.
No, I'm not going to tell.
if it's
More
gonna
likely to
make
get
us laugh, bro.
No.
Give us a dark joke.
A dark joke. Okay, it's
He
not
hasn't
dark.
got that in his locker.
All right, cool. So when I was younger, parenting obviously was a different thing. Now I'm a parent. I look at things differently and I try and implement the same ways that I was taught as a child.
Mm-hmm.
So, say for example, going to church, that was always a sticky one.
Still.
Yeah, because whenever I was messing around, Dad would look at me, and I knew instantly when he did a certain look, he'd sort of bite his mouth and flick and do some sort of commando signal. Yeah, kind of like this. And I knew already what time it was. I knew it was time to stop messing around. Now I tried that with my son Malachi. So I tried it the first time, and I did the whole and flick. And he looked at me and tilted his head. Then I tried it again, did the flick, and he just goes to me, "Daddy, what are you doing? Are you okay?" So then I tried it again, and then he said, "Daddy, just stop that." Just said, "Stop that." So now I need to go and look back and try my parenting techniques again.
Sorry.
Guys, I think
Sorry.
it's time. Sorry, I think I need to leave.
I think. Let me.
I need to leave. I'm sorry.
Wait. Just let's be supportive here. There was some humor there. The funny thing about that is that you think it's stand up.
No,
That's the funny thing.
It's not, I haven't had time. I literally just got.
Do you know what you sound like you should do? You sound like you should start a blog. That's what it sounds like. Then people can laugh at your funny stories. I'm not here for that. Give me something that's actually
No, but
stand up.
this
I don't
It's
even
okay.
think I'd laugh if I heard that on TikTok. You know when you scroll and someone's just waffling, like doing wafflini, and you're like, "Ah, that's kind of a funny story."
You not watch comedians? You not watch Kevin Hart?
Because Kevin Hart does this. But he's telling a story. And my child walked towards me like this.
Hey, it works. I laugh.
Bro,
Yeah, but I'm
I
not
laugh.
going to do that here because I'm with my
that's
brother.
fine.
I'm
yeah,
not
no, but
expecting you-
the whole
it's not the same
point,
thing.
the
I'm
whole
not
point of
expecting
it,
you to be
Manny,
Kevin Hart.
is that so someone like Kevin Hart, what he does really well is he'll have like a series of jokes and he'll have like a running punchline.
I'm not Kevin
throughout
Hart.
His jokes.
Yeah.
That's
Tell
what
Kevin
makes-
Hart to come do some kick-ups with me, bro.
Kevin Hart. Pull up.
Hey, I can't lie.
Pull up, Kevin.
You're a bit rusty, boy.
Pull up, Kevin.
Nah, guys, give me time, okay?
We gave you.
No, I didn't have time, bro. I literally turned up today and was like, "Oh, like your stand-up, by the way," and I was like, "Oh, like I didn't actually flesh it out, you know."
We can tell. He came here and told us two
Fine.
stories,
Guys, you know
one
what?
of which we already
I'm
knew.
29 now. I don't need this.
Oh, it's not your birthday anymore
Yeah,
now.
I don't need this. I'm 29. I hate cutting cake.
The mic is just on my shoulder.
You know what's worse than cutting cake? Cutting wedding cake. Should I tell you the secret about butter?
Shut up.
If I tell you,
up.
you'll spread it.
That one, they told me that one when I was 5. But it's never looked.
That one there, you can use that as BTS because that was nonsense. No one not see the light of day.
Gosh. Question from the audience is: talk to us about your faith and how much of a role it plays in your life now. Faith. I mean, sometimes for me, I ask myself, like, if I was to go into another family, would I have been raised in a, or would I have craved to know about faith and stuff like that? So, you know, obviously for us, this is all we know. That's how we were raised, so it's all we know.
Not optional. Mandatory.
Yeah.
Compulsory.
But I feel like now, like going from like being young, obviously like you're taught to like love God, believe in God. But ultimately, what I found as I've gotten older is you have to learn and find that for yourself. You know,
I'm still looking.
there's no time scale for when you do find that, because I think especially with how we were raised and stuff like that, like baptisms and stuff, you're kind of like
You have to get
Not
baptized by 30.
yeah, like
this and
kind of
that.
coerced without being coerced, but being coerced into
You're
doing
heavily encouraged.
it. Yeah. Whereas like now for me, I have that sort of like I want to get baptized again and like make that declaration.
You have that personal desire.
Yes. Whereas like growing up, at times church felt like, if it's not like going around and playing with your friends or whatever, it felt like a bit of a chore.
It was just an obligation.
Yeah. Whereas like now, like I genuinely feel bad if I am missing church, and I genuinely feel like when I do go to church and just being in that environment of other like fellow worshippers and stuff like that, that I feel like I'm part of something, and I feel like it's something that supplements going into the start of a new week. So I feel like I go into the new week with like fresher energy, I'm calmer, and all the problems that I walk into the church with suddenly don't matter when I'm in the church, you know. And that could be something as simple as like just walking in and like hearing the worship.
You don't ditch the party hats, man. That's right.
Yeah, so that for me now, I'm happy that I'm on a personal sort of, what do you call it, personal road myself to like finding more out about
personal
God
journey.
and and I feel also it's like it's pouring into everything that I'm doing bit by bit. So when I get rejection, like say for example a brand deal comes in or something, all of a sudden it just goes, or it's told actually no, we don't want to work with you no more or something like that. I don't take it the same way that I would have years ago, where I'd have felt like maybe down and dejected. Anything that doesn't end up being for me is not meant to be for me. That's it. That's the way I
It's
look
kind
at
of
it
like what
now.
Jed was saying earlier when he briefly mentioned the book of Daniel. When you read the Bible, you see how everything God does works out for his purpose. That's what you said, right?
I can't remember if I said it. I said something along those lines. Something like that.
But yeah, no, I fully hear you what you're saying there. Do you want to continue?
No, I'm just like on a journey. I'm trying to read my Bible more. And I feel like sometimes I feel a bit guilty because I don't know my Bible as well as I should do.
Yeah,
Like even
for sure.
something as simple as like, I really liked a passage and I put it on my boots for the charity match. I think it's Isaiah 41 verse 10.
Yeah.
And then like, I learnt it and then I forgot it. And then like Chunks asked me like, oh, like what does that mean? And I was like, what does it mean again? Do you know what I mean?
I can't be having
I
it
couldn't
looks
remember.
bad.
It looks bad, but not even just that. It's like
You should know.
know. Do you know what I mean? Like I did know it, but I didn't know it well enough to be like, this is exactly what it says or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
I'm trying to remember what that says now.
I think it's something
Do not
to do.
be
Like, don't be
dismayed.
afraid or fear not for God.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's the one that says, I will strengthen you and keep you, I'll uphold you with my righteous right hand. I believe.
Jeez.
We're gonna have to VAR check
think-
that.
Pretty
but
sure it is.
I'm pretty sure it
I'm
is.
not sure.
Because
Obviously,
You got the
4031
Bible
is,
app?
4031 is the one that says, you'll rise up on wings like eagles. You won't get tired or weary.
So it's like,
That's how I kind of differentiate.
it's not to say that like I don't know of it or whatever, but it's like I need
Like,
to
you know it,
well
but you
enough
need
to
to-
be able to recite
Yeah,
it on
yeah.
demand.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Not just read it in the morning and be like, oh, like, take that in.
And that's not
done.
for the sake of being able to
Like show
just show off or tell people.
Yeah.
That's more so for yourself.
To be
because-
able
It's
to
an
use it
internal
when you
thing,
need
yeah.
it, which
Yeah.
is why I put it on the boots. So it says, do not be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I'll strengthen you and help you. I'll hold you up with my, I don't know, I think it's,
Righteous hand.
right hand.
yeah.
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 This one says victorious right hand.
Oh,
But
what
yeah,
version
so-
is that? You read NLT?
NLT, I think.
Yeah.
New Living Translation.
NIV guy.
Yeah. So I think stuff like that makes me want to learn more.
Yeah.
And even just like in terms of dealing with people, because I'll be honest, I'm at a stage where like my people battery is so low. So
So
dealing with people outside of the people that I have to deal with just drains my energy.
Yeah.
Whereas like obviously like being in God and being a Christian or a follower of God, you have to have that higher level of patience, not just for like the people that you love,
Yeah.
but for everyone around you. And like
your
Yeah.
friends,
even like
your
my
enemies, everyone.
yeah, like I think that's something that I'm still trying to overcome. Be that like when I'm driving or when someone does something that I don't like or whatever. I feel like one skill that I've had for the whole of my life is being able to bite my tongue. But still biting your tongue and not saying things and still having the same sort of feelings and emotions and thoughts in your mind. I'm trying to also overcome that and make sure that I don't feel a certain type of way about certain things when, you know, like say for example, we had this discussion years ago where I remember being like, oh, I hate it when people like, I let people go on the road and they don't
say thank you.
They don't say thank you. And then Tobes was like, oh, nah, to be fair, actually, if you're going to do something, you just do it. You don't do it for them to show and acknowledge
that's what I have to remind myself.
Yeah.
Or that I get it because sometimes it feels like there's a bit of disrespect and entitlement from the way, you know, people act.
Yeah.
So as a human, you're entitled to feel that way, but at the same time, you just need to be able to let go of that.
Yeah.
And give them the benefit of the doubt. What's the saying that they say, let go and let God?
Yeah, there's multiple things that I'm trying to overcome. And I think over the last few years, especially as I've gotten closer to God and started to try and go in that direction more for myself, I've seen growth, and I hope people around me have seen growth.
Yeah.
So
I think with me, my faith isn't at a place where I'm proud of it or I'm happy with my relationship with God. And I think because in this job or industry that we're in, a lot of people see me as, oh yeah, he's like the one that believes in God, because I don't hide the fact that I'm Christian. I never claim to be the perfect Christian, but I will tell you that, yeah, I believe in God, I believe in Jesus. A lot of people see that and they think it's like, oh, like, bro thinks he's righteous, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the whole thing about being a Christian is not about being perfect. It's about knowing that you're so far from perfect and, you know, aspiring
do things
to
on your
kind of
own,
be
yeah.
better. And one thing with me, because I know that my relationship with God isn't as strong as it should be, I don't feel right to be telling other people, oh, you should do this or you should do that, because I'm far from that, and I need to be focusing on myself and my personal journey with God. What's the thing in the Bible about removing the
log
in your own eye before you remove the speck from someone else's eye?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. And yeah, I feel like a lot of the times people perceive me personally.
People's
to be
perception of you is like you're he's the kind one, he's the one that can do no wrong or thinks he can do no wrong. You know, I think, out of like a lot of content creators, I think you do get this quite a lot where people go, he thinks he's this, he thinks he's that.
The
he
mind
thinks he's
readers
so
in the
cool.
comments.
He thinks he's like, do you know what I mean? So I think
people are so
and I don't envy your situation, and this is no disrespect to the Sidemen or whatever, but being in the Sidemen and also being like a Christian or trying to be a Christian or trying to follow God, it doesn't really tie in a sense of like, it's, do you know what I mean? If that makes sense, without trying to be disrespectful, but it's like, it's something that for me personally, I'd really struggle.
No, it's tough, man, because like I'm having fun with my friends, you know, I'm working, I'm creating something, but at the same time, a lot of the time it does raise questions from people, and people expect a certain standard of you when you say, okay, yeah, I believe this and I believe that.
Yeah.
So it's quite a difficult one to navigate. But my thing is, sometimes I think, I'm going to be completely honest with you, sometimes I think like, should I just step back from it all and just, you know, focus on me, you know, and my relationship with God and whatever. But then at the same time,
6 other people down though.
it's not about them. It's not about them. So what really spurs me on to keep, you know, doing what I do, but at the same time working on my personal journey with God, is the fact that I get so many messages from people saying how me just being open about my faith and me just being in the Sidemen and being able to just be like, yeah, I believe in God, and you know,
It's a big
it inspires them and has helped them on their relationship with God. And that's big for me because, like I said, because I'm not in that position where I feel like, you know, I'm in a good place with God, I can evangelize to other people, I can talk to other people about God, and I can answer their questions, blah, blah, blah. it's like me just being myself and telling people like,
You're a
listen,
symbol.
I believe in God. I'm not a perfect Christian. I sin so much and I'm trying to be better. Is inspiring. It's like my own personal form of evangelism. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why I keep, just cracking on. But I know, like, there's, like you said, there's a lot of people that he thinks he does. He thinks he's this and he thinks he's that, or he pretends to be this when really he's that. I've never pretended to be anything. With me, what you see is what you get, and it's me trying to be better. But I've never said like I'm perfect. And I'm not explaining myself to anyone here. I'm just, talking from the heart. I've never said I'm perfect. I've never said I'm a goody two shoes Christian. I've never said I don't sin. I'm, like,
It's just
Christians, we are the biggest sinners, and it's the fact that we realize that and we need that help from God that is what draws us closer to Him.
Yeah.
That's where it is. So, I've never been judgmental of other people, and I've never been like, you should do this and you should do that. Like, because I know that I just need to focus on my personal journey with God.
Yeah.
And by me doing so, whilst being in the public eye, it's inspiring other people to focus on theirs. And for me, that's like a little bit of
consolation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know, it's funny that you went onto this topic. To be fair, I don't really feel like I need to necessarily share all of my stuff. The question I actually wanted to ask was more to do with how do you guys find being a Christian in the field that you're in? Because from a football perspective, I think obviously what like football changing rooms and stuff are like it can often feel quite hard. In fact, even growing up in school and stuff,
Anything
it was a bit
school,
like,
you're going to school, be like, oh, I'm fasting. People
yeah,
what
like
you're doing,
it's
Eat
a
your
bit
food.
weird, like going to church every Friday night to be a youth leader, when on a Friday night at the age of 19, more often than not,
guys at
there's
bars
something
and
going
clubs
on
or
I should
functions.
be out at, so it's like, oh, why would you be wasting your time doing something like this, right? So my question is, like, how do you find it being a Christian within the spaces that you're in, and do you understand the importance of it? Because you said something about it not really aligning with like being in the Sidemen kind of thing. I hear that. However, I think I would disagree.
What do you mean?
And the reason why I say that is because for me, the whole point of us being Christians and believers in Christ is that we're supposed to go into all of these places and have that sort of impact. We're supposed to bring Christ into these places rather than, we stay in the four walls of the church and what's going on in the world is going on in the world.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be like, if there is an opportunity to be in media or sport or whatever, and these are environments that are not usually synonymous with Christ, then now it's my job to try and bring Christ and portray Christ in this environment as best as I can.
I get what you're saying. You're both saying different things.
Yeah, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
He's saying like being in the Sidemen, some of the stuff that we do
That
and
you have to
shoot,
do,
and
like, do you know what I mean? It
like,
puts him in an
it
uncomfortable
doesn't. Yeah,
position.
No,
it
yeah,
makes it
of course,
different.
but it's
Like, for
these
example,
are
there was a video
opportunities.
there's a video we did where we went into a haunted house,
I knew you were
and they
gonna
were
say that
doing
one.
stuff where they were like, talking. We were doing stuff. We were like talking to ghosts, and there's certain things that just didn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
And I felt bad because like I want to contribute to the content. I want to be a part of the video, but at the same time, I don't want to do stuff that doesn't sit right with me and my beliefs. But then there's
That's
times
why I
where
said about it feels like you're letting others down.
it feels like I'm
You get
letting
what
others
saying?
down. Yeah. So, but there's times where like I'm inconsistent in that because there's other things I do in life that I shouldn't do
Yeah.
because it doesn't align with my beliefs. So this is why I need to build up my relationship and my relationship with God and my knowledge and understanding of the Bible, so that I know where I stand in all circumstances and I know how to apply myself in those situations and how to navigate those situations. And it's a journey. So I'm working on it. I'm trying to read my Bible every day. I'm trying to go to church more. Like you saying, I've been going past couple of weeks with you more consistently because obviously with Sidemen filming and the commitments that we have, sometimes I'm not even in the country on Sundays. But I'm trying to make God more of a priority in my life, because you find that when you do that, everything just becomes, well, I find that I can't speak for everyone else, but everything does become a little bit easier and you feel more at peace. Even if things are difficult, you feel more at peace. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. When you do see someone that you look up to already,
So
you're like,
encouraging.
yo, like we can connect on this. Like you're
Yeah.
like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Neymar, 100% Jesus band, like all of that stuff. Even seeing how the Crystal Palace players all like prayed with the trophy after winning the FA Cup.
Yeah.
That made me so happy that
It's
they won
becoming
it.
more of a thing to be more open about your religious beliefs.
I think
Whereas,
Yeah,
it's,
but it's becoming
necessary.
more of a thing because people are doing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah, I mean-
saying. Yeah, it's becoming more
Yeah.
of a thing.
So, because I remember as a kid, I don't know if you guys will remember this. Remember when we used to have like a base layer undershirt?
Yeah.
I had a white one, and we had to do a project in school where we would like print something on a shirt, and obviously everyone was doing like tie dye stuff and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, do you know what? I'm gonna make a God is great thing because I'd seen a player use it, and I'm gonna print it on my undershirt. So I printed that. I did that, and I did a why always
I
me
knew
one.
it. I knew
You remember it, the blue one?
Yeah.
I never used that one because it didn't come out right.
Also,
But
you're a United fan, so why are you doing that?
because I just thought it was funny, and I had to do too. But I did the
Maybe
God
it's
is
'cause I
great
gave him
one.
the Balotelli trim.
Let's not talk about that. There's no proof. There's no pictures. But yeah, so I did like a God is great one, and then I would use that so that every time I scored a goal, okay, I can lift up my shirt and it shows God is great because I know that pro footballers do this and this is really cool.
Yeah.
Them expressing their faith, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know. So I think it's always good when you're in a position of influence, like you guys are. It's always good to really stand firm in your faith in a way that other people can look at it and be like, oh, I want to be able to do that. And show it like that, if that makes sense. Because that's, for me, that's personally why I do all the stuff that I do. So yes, I love playing football because it's fun. And to be fair, I mean, I'm 26 now. Chasing football at this age seems like a bit of a pipe dream. But the reason why, bro, you're 29 and that, the reason why I push is because I want, by the grace of God, my story to be
Testimony.
something that encourages someone else. You know, I signed my first pro deal at the age of 24. Not many people can say that, especially never having been in an academy.
Yeah.
And I took what seemed like the stupid decision to not go to uni, didn't work for years. All I did was train. And obviously people at home will like see how the opportunity came about and they'll think, oh, like you never deserved it or blah, blah, blah. And it's nepotism. You just got this opportunity because of who your brothers are or whatever. But people never saw the amount of work that I put in behind the scenes.
That stuff
get
really irks me because the people that say that stuff, they assume that, and we're moving a little bit away from the faith bit here,
Nah, yeah, I'll
they
bring it back.
assume that we are in and around academies for our whole childhood and we failed there and now you've just been given a handout.
Yeah.
But they don't realize that all the pro footballers and stuff like that were able to go into academies and that stuff, you're beneficiaries of good fortune and potentially nepotism at that point as well. You know what I mean? We weren't in a position where we could go and play in academies. We barely got to play Sunday League. We get dragged out of church occasionally.
Yeah.
And consistently playing Sunday League for years.
I've never played a full season of football in my life.
There you go.
Ever.
Same. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like
sounds
people
about
don't
Apart from
realize
Sunday football.
people don't realize the advantages that they had that we didn't have, but then they'll want to come at us when we get stuff in an unorthodox way.
Yeah.
Because it's not the same way that they got it. But you had an advantage already. You get what I'm saying?
And for me, this one is genuinely just like by the grace of God. And that's why, because oftentimes I would think like, oh, do you know, so I had an opportunity where I think I could have gone to Charlton when I was like 11, 10. You remember that game when I was playing for,
I remember the game.
yeah. And it was like a little
Score a
tournament.
penalty in that tournament or something.
That was when I scored. I played well that tournament, but then I scored a penalty where it smacked off the bar, went up, bounced down, bounced in over the keeper.
Yeah.
And then a scout came up to him after, like, oh yeah, like, you know, like we want to get him into Charlton, but obviously this is my older brother, it's not my dad. So like, oh, we'll take details. Took details off of another parent, and then that somehow they convinced me to stay at VCD. I think I didn't even know what was going on.
But
right?
do you know as well stuff that was happening back then? When I look back now, is like, you know that sometimes you finish games, you see scouts talking to your managers, they come over, they talk to you, whatever, and you just never hear anything again.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people were
closing.
gatekeeping.
Yeah, people were closing.
People were
doors.
Yeah,
gatekeeping.
of course. But I'm listen. At the end of the day, whatever's for you,
That's what I'm saying.
God won't let it pass you
Yeah.
by. And so now I'm able to look back at, for so long I blamed myself thinking if only I was a bit more shrewd, I could have been playing at Charlton from younger and I could be a professional by 18 or whatever. But now I look back at my journey, I thank God that it went the way it did, because it's turned me into the person I am. It's made my faith a lot stronger. And even now I'm still facing like knockback after knockback, but I'm encouraged by it, because what was the case last year, this year is completely different. And I can see just how much God can change someone's situation or change my situation in a short amount of time. So a good example is, and I started journaling to kind of like give me like that sanity to, you know, keep remembering these things. So a good example is, before I signed for Crawley, the 8th of August 2022, I believe it was. It may have been 2023. I can't remember what year I signed. 2022, yeah. No,
23.
It was the 8th of August 2023. I'd just finished, I was just about to go back to working at the primary school that I was working at. And I journaled and I wrote down like, God, please, like I thought I was going to get an opportunity in summer. Nothing has happened. The season has started. I'm about to go back to work in a school. Just open away. I don't know how you're going to do it, but just open away, right? And then I get told I'm going to be going on trial with Crawley mid-October to then sign. Well, it was meant to be November, but I signed in January 2023. No, it is 2023. No, yeah, it's 2023. Yeah, so it was 2022 the first time. So even something like that, there was a lot of favor in that, because the school moved heaven and earth for me to be able to get that opportunity so I could go and play, because I was supposed to be working. I've gone and signed there now I started there November, but I signed in Jan. August 2024, bruh, whenever it was, that year, August, after I signed, I'm now getting ready to be on the bench
against Palace.
I've just come off the back of being on the bench against Palace, making like an appearance for a couple minutes. Fair enough, I didn't touch the ball, but look at how much changed in a year. I've gone from being a teaching assistant to now coming off the bench against Palace. If you asked me that a few years before, I would never have thought it was possible, no matter how hard I worked and tried. To fast forward a year, cool, not really getting opportunities. I've left Crawley now, whatever, but I'm encouraged by the fact that the year before that, it didn't look like it was possible. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like how faith has really affected my journey in sport. And I feel like a lot of it kind of opened up for me from when I just kind of like decided to give everything to God and stop striving so hard for it and working so hard for it. So that's when I started serving in church more, and I stopped playing UTR on Sundays. Everyone thought I stopped because I was moving like I was big time or whatever. I stopped because I wanted to go to church on a Sunday. That was the only reason I gave. UTR games were at 10:30 in the morning at a time. So I was always missing service because we no longer had an evening service. So I said, I'd much rather just go to church. How can I be asking God for something and I'm not even honoring him in the way that I should be honoring him? Do you get it? And it was only after I did, not saying that that's how it works and you have to do something to get something, but it was only after I started putting God first in all these different areas in my life that
you started seeing different doors open.
Yeah, and even when the doors didn't open, like you're saying, it's like, okay, well, it's cool. If this door hasn't opened for me, it's because God has something better.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's basically it.
That's deep, man. I really feel what you just said there.
It's good to be able to talk about faith. You know,
that was good. I feel like we're all maturing as we get older, but off the mature to the immature. Top 5 video games.
Why is that immature?
I was going to ask him this.
No, but you know what I mean.
I think it's a hot take that it's immature.
Taking it back to our youth.
Yeah, cool. So,
top 5 games of all time.
This is a difficult question. This is like when people ask you your favorite film.
So for me, one game.
Just nail them out.
Top. Modern Warfare 2.
Next.
Nostalgia bias.
Next.
Huh?
And that game was cold. Go on.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare, as in COD 6. That is for me the best game that has been released.
Nostalgia bias.
Okay, and now which one was better? You're gonna say Black Ops 2?
No, I love the game, but top 5 games of all time.
No, but
sorry, I have to go based off the games I've played.
Go on.
And remember, you guys didn't give me too much opportunities to play games.
What's next, bro?
Let's speak on it. None of the FIFAs. They were all. No, I'm joking.
FIFA 13 and 14 are up there. You know, between them two, was it FIFA 12? FIFA 12 to FIFA 14 was good years.
No, FIFA 9 was.
FIFA 09 was the transformative game. There you go.
Is that the one where we started having the arena?
FIFA
No,
09 was the
Reno's
step
08, I
from
PS2,
the step up from
and-
graphics. The step up in
Okay,
graphics.
okay.
You know,
Who was on the
doing
cover
the
for that?
celebrations where Berbatov's running out with his arms like this? You know what I mean?
Okay,
That
so
was
you got
different.
Yeah, so I'm saying Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Bro, this is
we're
actually
gonna be
tough,
here
you know.
forever. Do you want me to do mine first?
It's hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
go,
should have.
you go,
You're the
you go,
game
you go.
nerd.
Go on.
Okay, I will go with GTA 4.
I was gonna say that, but I was trying to weigh it up.
GTA 4 was so good. Cousin, can I get the cab?
Do you think GTA 4 is better than GTA 5?
GTA 4 was
Roman.
GTA 4 was
Nico Bellic.
nah. I'm just that.
GTA 5 has to be top, by the way.
Nah, but
Like
I'm
all
saying
time.
I didn't really after the story mode. I didn't really play GTA 5 like that.
No, but
Online.
just, I'm not saying for you personally. I'm saying in general,
general.
GTA
For what it's done
5
for
has
gaming.
to be the greatest game.
Just look at like the change in like, the graphics and everything,
Yeah,
like the stuff that
you
you
know
can
what,
do.
Yeah, but
actually,
forget that. Deep that people
You're
are
right.
still playing GTA 5 now. That game came
GTA
out
4,
10,
GTA 5 is up there.
10
actually.
years, more than
more than
10 years
10.
ago, 12 years ago now, nearly. 2013, GTA 5 came out.
I think I stopped playing it after a few years. That's why. But in the moment, actually, it was.
But the fact that the game exists now and it doesn't feel like a game that's
yeah.
10
Yeah.
plus years old is a testament
Do you
to
think
it.
that's
in
because of
itself.
RP?
Remove
Yeah,
RP.
2013.
When you go on GTA and play it,
It's
that
it's like
feels like a
timeless.
game that is, it feels
Yeah.
like a game that could be released now and you'd be like, whoa, this is
It's
sick.
a good game. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. So GTA 4, GTA 5.
Two GTAs in the top
Modern
five.
Warfare 2 was there for me.
Modern Warfare 2 is, it's a
Yeah,
great
just
game.
It
just
has to
let,
be
let's
there.
take
Just
it back
off
to
the
the moment.
maps,
Let's
bro.
forget about everything that's happened after. Let's take it back to the moment. That's Modern Warfare 2.
Mario Kart's in there.
No, but this is mine, bro. Whatever everybody else wants. Actually, no. Forget that. Forget FIFA out of that, really. What was that?
Football Manager.
007
Manager has to be there.
Nightfire.
Yeah.
I remember
Oh
that. Yeah.
my
Is
gosh.
that the one that we were playing and the Yakuza be running
Yeah,
and snapping
yeah.
in the snow?
Nightfire,
Yeah.
007 Nightfire.
That was a really good game.
And then, what's the last one for me? Flip. Simpsons Hit and Run.
Yeah, I was going to say Simpsons Hit and Run.
Simpsons Hit and
was
Run.
goated. I had to go back and complete that one.
Simpsons Hit.
That was like unresolved business. That was one that I had to go back and deal with.
When he says unresolved business.
Because you're having dreams of going back to school.
Nah, man. Yeah, but he has them too. He said so.
I just said that was
Alright,
like unresolved
Yeah,
business.
do you know what? We'll leave it. We'll leave it.
Expensive.
Touchy. Do you know what game I just remembered? It's not. I don't know. It's not a video game. Remember, like online games.
Soccer Slime.
Jumpers
RuneScape.
for goalpost.
Jumpers for goal. RuneScape.
RuneScape was
My
amazing.
God.
I'm gonna start playing again. By the way, I'm just letting you know now.
Should we
Because
jump
deep-
on?
No, actually, deep it. Like we used to play RuneScape, yeah, and we wanted to access the members stuff, and we couldn't. And that was like a completely
I
different
did.
realm to us.
I
then.
did. I was using my top up.
What?
What? How you think I got the
What?
rune armor?
I
was using my top up.
nerd.
Unique.
I had a membership, bro. I was going to. What?
I didn't have a membership.
I'm actually
I said,
tempted to
this
play
is for members
RuneScape.
only. This is for members only. Members, to me, members was like another tier.
Yeah.
That was like being in the
my
Illuminati.
days. It was like a fiver.
bro.
I
That
grew
was
up
like
making
being
wanna
in
play
the
RuneScape
Illuminati.
right now.
Like, if you're a member, wow, the members can go there. Right.
You'd be teleported.
But I
in
never
that.
did that, so I need to experience that, and I can afford to experience that now. So I will. I'm gonna play RuneScape.
You'd be teleported. You'll be mining ores.
My top 5 games of all time. Right?
Club Penguin?
Club Penguin.
Nah,
and it's not up there, but
It's not there for me.
it's like
Simpsons Hit and Run is in there.
Go on.
GTA 5 is in there. FIFA 9 changed my life. Modern Warfare 2 changed my life as well. And then I'm going to give a very rogue shout, and you wouldn't have played this game. But the whole Telltale Walking Dead series,
No,
magnificent. Story mode, yes.
not played it.
Honorable mention to RuneScape.
RuneScape.
RuneScape, I'll put up there as well.
It's not a bad. Oh, no, I didn't know WWE's made it. What?
I think I would probably put a
Didn't
WWE in
change my
mine.
life. Enjoyable didn't change my life.
I think I'd have to put it in mine because I don't think I can even come up with a 5 because
FIFA
I promise you
09?
I'm not putting FIFA in there.
FIFA 09.
FIFA makes me
FIFA
sick
09
to my
was
That's the
stomach.
first FIFA that we really played online.
Oh, I got one. FIFA
FIFA Street.
23 because that's the one I was on.
Oh, man.
Boring.
Guy.
Look at me, I was on FIFA.
By the way,
That was just a
by
crazy
the way,
moment,
by the
like,
way,
seeing that.
actually, I'm gonna make a statement. Shout out Jed for this one. Jed stopped playing FIFA for a couple of years. He's like, I'm not playing FIFA till I go on the game.
True.
Till I get on the game.
yeah,
That's,
do you know what, this
regardless
is
of
actually
whether you
true.
played or
That's
not,
manifestation.
that's an insane.
Do you know what it was, right? It's because I could spend hours playing FIFA because I just love football. Having a football game just breezing through seasons, and I'm just sitting there one day thinking like, right, I'm playing with a bunch of strangers. I ain't even got a character. I'm creating a character every single time. Doesn't even look like me. Like just like all this stuff.
One
And
they gave you didn't look like
he didn't
you,
look like me, but
Low-key.
he looked like you. But to have like my own character with my own like likeness made a
Own
difference.
badge, even though
Yeah.
you were bronze.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
you're quite
bronze.
fast. I don't know about that
They
pace,
gave you
though.
pace. Were you on
Yeah.
FM as well? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Like
This guy's
Yeah.
clear, man. He's the
Well
most
done, man.
successful.
Well done.
to be fair, Manny
More
was on FM
success.
as well.
More
But
success.
that
Get back on the game again. I'm making another
by the
series
grace
out
of
it.
God, man.
We
By the grace of
disrespected
God.
Pro Evo, by the way. Pro Evo.
Oh,
Evo.
snap.
2000 and
Disrespected Pro Evo.
wait, what was the one that came out that we
PS5, bro.
rinsed?
PES
Nah,
5
but I
and
mean,
PES 6 were
PES 5 and
goated.
PES 6
And then
The
PES
recent ones.
2013.
Was it that one? What's the one that we used to sit and we'd like 1v1 for time?
It's PS5.
No, the new one that came out.
I want to say
When
I
I say new,
discovered
I think it
Messi
might have
on
been
PES 5.
13.
I discovered Messi on PES 5
Manny,
against
we used
you.
to sit in the study and do like Madrid Barca over and over and
I don't know
over
what PES
again.
that was, I can't lie.
I discovered Messi on PES 5.
It was the
against Man.
PES when you said it was better than FIFA.
I can't remember.
I scored 2 halfway line goals with Messi on PES 5 against you, and he
I
was
remember
just
he's
the
like,
one
who
who
is
could
this
win.
kid? He had like bronze hair or
Yeah.
something.
The next thing you know, he's winning Ballon d'Ors and competing with Ronaldo.
Yeah,
So it all
you
started
scouted
there.
Messi.
I scouted him.
Started
You
here.
scouted
I've
him.
told the story before. You're welcome, Lionel.
But yeah, no, I don't know. I can't think. Simpsons. I guess Simpsons hit and run. Remember Kills?
Bro, have you done 5 or 7?
Kills
What's
it.
going on?
I've not said many because I
Yeah,
couldn't
your
really
one
think
is
of any.
wrapped. Your one's
NBA. I love a bit of NBA.
No.
I love a bit of NBA.
No,
Listen,
not
I'm a
top
sucker
five,
for
not
NBA,
top
man.
five,
Just
not
wrap
top
it
five.
there.
No, but it's a personal thing. Again, I didn't play enough games to be like, oh, this is my. I wasn't trying all that stuff.
Okay.
You know?
Genuinely, okay, the stand up didn't work, but I think I could act.
So do you want us to act a scene together?
What? You gave me loaded,
Loaded
dice?
Guards, arrest him.
No, genuinely, if I was
Arrest
being serious,
me.
out of this setting, I
He
actually
was
think I
the
could
one
act.
who was cheating. Arrest him.
No.
Sorry, I don't, you don't know it.
No, I know what
You
you're
don't know
talking
the
about.
dialogue.
I know what you're
the
talking
dialogue,
about.
The
But
dialogue is
I
good,
I don't know
man.
if it's for you still.
Huh?
No, I think you
That's
can
not
do
acting as
anything
a
you put your
cartoon.
mind to, bro.
Do you know? I think I could have been a really good voice actor for like a cartoon thing like that.
The voice is very
me an
soothing. I
impression.
listen back to it on the podcast.
Give me like you are a talking piece of toilet roll. Go.
What?
Come on. Use me.
No.
You got the job. You got the job. You.
Run career.
Wait, do you want to know what made me
Stick to
laugh?
football.
Guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of Family Ties.
Thank you.
Make sure to keep interacting with us on socials at Family Ties Show. We hope you're enjoying it. And if you are, make sure to give us a good rating.
Likes and
so we can
ratings.
climb up the rankings.
Ad lib.
But until next time, we'll see you soon. Take care.
Goodbye.